Hi, this is Matt from tracyandmatt.co.uk and forunboxings.com, and here I have the Powermat. This is the home and office mat. These are a relatively new product, certainly new to the UK, and they've been around a little while in the US, but as I say, new to the UK. The idea of the Powermat is that it's a wireless charging for mobile devices, mobile phones, PDAs, your iPod, and Blackberries, that sort of thing. So just take a look at the inside the box. First and foremost, you have the actual Powermat itself. Now this will actually enable you to charge up to 3 wireless handsets or devices at a time, and there's a couple of points there. I don't know if you can really make that out, but there's a couple of points there along the actual axis, which is where you actually place the wireless receivers. So on the back we have space for actually plugging in the actual charger, and then a place for actually plugging in a USB cable. That will take any standard USB cable, so you can use your charging cable that came with your device and plug it in here and plug it in to your device using the cable for charging. But if you have jackets available for your wireless device, handset, whatever, you can actually use that wirelessly, and I'll explain that in a bit more detail in just a moment. So you have your owner's manual, which is fairly small, and a thank you card for purchasing the product. We then have the actual mains adapter. This is obviously a US mains adapter, but it will work in the UK with a 3-pin adapter. But it's pretty neat. So it's all the actual cables ravelled around it like that, which is pretty cool. That's all we actually have in the box itself. You have this power cube as well. Now the power cube, I'll just unpack it, enables us to use the charging mat to charge up other devices. So the power cube itself, it comes in a number of pieces. So firstly, we have the Powermat cube with a cable, and that has a standard mini USB connector on it. Now the idea of this little cube is that you can plug that into your mobile device or PDA or whatever, and then place the other part of the cube simply on the Powermat. Now that actually is magnetic and pretty much wants to sit in just about the right place, and aligns quite nicely. So you can plug that in, pop that onto the Powermat, and you can charge any device that will take a standard mini USB connector. The other part then is a small box, which is actually empty at the moment, as you can see, but we then have a number of adapters for various other devices. So we have a micro USB, one for the DS Lite, one for the DSi, a Sony style adapter, a Samsung style, an LG, and an Apple style connector. Now all of these, or a selection of these, can be placed into this part of the cube, and then the two go together, and that bonds up around there like so. And that neatly and magnetically stores your adapters and your Powermat cube that goes with the Powermat, which is really neat. And especially if you're travelling, that's a perfect solution to taking a number of different chargers and devices with you. Now there is actually a portable version of the Powermat as well, which folds up. This is the home and office version. So I can imagine myself using this, putting it perhaps in the bedroom, and at the end of every day just putting my iPhone and maybe my iPod or whatever actually onto the charging mat, and when you get up in the morning it's already charged. So that's really cool. The other part that I've got here is an adapter for an iPod. Will actually work with the iPhone as well though, so we just unpack that and show you what that's all about. It is very simple. It's just similar to the cube that we just looked at a minute ago. but actually has the connector on it for the iPhone or the iPod. And again, that simply sits on there, again magnetic, and sits in just the right place. But we can just dock our iPod or iPhone into that, and that simply charges it up, again wirelessly, although you have to obviously dock your iPod or iPhone into it. There are other options for the Powermat too. There are wireless jackets for the iPhone and for a variety of BlackBerry handsets, where it actually becomes like a jacket that sits on the handset, and then the handset itself, including the jacket, just sits on the charging mat, which is quite cool. So I'm going to play around with the Powermat over the next couple of days. I'll do a quick review for you on tracymat.co.uk and hopefully get my hands on some of the other jackets, and I'll let you know what I think. Review will be on tracymat.co.uk over the next couple of days, and if you're a fan of our unboxing videos, check out the others that we have on unboxings.com.